We all had that one strange kid in the neighborhood, the one who gave off a weird vibe. Maybe they dressed differently, maybe they spoke in a way that didn't make sense. But what if one day that weirdness turned into something much darker? What if that strange kid revealed a side of himself that no one was prepared for? This is the story of Charlie, the boy who claimed to be possessed, and the terrifying night he almost proved it. I grew up in a quiet suburban neighborhood, the kind of place where everyone knew everyone else. Kids rode their bikes through cul-de-sacs, parents waved from their porches, and life felt safe. But even in the safest places, there's always someone who doesn't quite fit in. For me, that was Charlie. Charlie wasn't the kind of kid you'd call a troublemaker, but he was off. His dark, sunken eyes made him look years older than he really was. He always wore long sleeves, even in the middle of summer, and sometimes he'd whisper strange things under his breath. The other kids avoided him, but I was curious. One afternoon when I was about 11, Charlie came over to my house. My parents thought he was just another friend from school, so they didn't mind us hanging out. We went down into the basement where I had my video games set up. But instead of playing, Charlie sat in the corner, staring at the ceiling like he was listening to something I couldn't hear. At first, I thought he was joking when he said in a low voice, "I can feel it inside me. Something dark. Something that wants out." I laughed nervously, waiting for him to crack a smile. But he didn't. He turned those cold eyes on me and whispered, "I'm possessed." I told him to quit messing around, but he didn't stop. He pointed up at the light bulb hanging above us. His voice dropped even lower as he said, "That light is going to go out, right now." I wanted to roll my eyes. But then, as if on cue, the bulb flickered. We both stared at it in silence. 30 seconds later, with a loud pop, the glass shattered, plunging us into darkness. I froze. My heart pounded so hard I could hear it echoing in my ears. Slowly, I turned toward Charlie. The look on his face still haunts me to this day. His lips curled into the faintest smirk, but his eyes looked like they belonged to someone else. Someone dangerous. I bolted upstairs, pretending it was just a coincidence, but deep down, I wasn't so sure. Weeks passed and I avoided Charlie whenever I could. But then came my birthday party. My parents thought it'd be fun to invite all the kids from school, and of course Charlie showed up. At first, everything was normal. Kids were laughing, music was playing, and my mom was setting out cake. But then I noticed Charlie standing off to the side, muttering to himself. He wasn't talking like a kid anymore. His voice was low and guttural. When I got closer, I heard him whispering about death. Then, out of nowhere, he raised his voice so everyone could hear. "I am the Prince of Death," he shouted, his face twisted in rage. The room went silent. All the kids stopped what they were doing and stared. Before anyone could react, Charlie lunged at my friend Lana, knocking her to the floor. His hands clamped tightly around her throat. The look on his face wasn't playful or confused. It was pure hatred. We screamed. Two of us grabbed him, trying to pull him off, but he was stronger than he should have been. Lana's face was turning red, her hands clawing at his arms. For a split second, I thought he's really going to kill her. Finally, we managed to drag him off. Lana gasped for air, sobbing. Charlie just sat there, breathing heavily, his eyes wild. He didn't even apologize. He just stared at us like a predator studying its prey. That was the last time I saw him at my house. Later, I learned the truth. Charlie had been in and out of psychiatric wards for years. His parents tried to hide it, but everyone in town knew eventually. He was on medication for violent outbursts, and apparently, his dosage had just been adjusted before my birthday party. The thing that still makes my stomach twist, though, is wondering if it was just mental illness. Or if there was something else inside Charlie, something he wasn't lying about. I still think about that moment in the basement, the way the light bulb shattered after he said it would. I tell myself it was a coincidence, that it had to be. But then I remember his eyes, the same eyes that looked at Lana while his hands squeezed the life out of her, and I can't help but wonder, what if Charlie really wasn't alone in there? If this story gave you chills, make sure to hit that like button and share it with someone who loves scary stories. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another tale of real horror. I post stories just like this every week, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there. And remember, sometimes the scariest monsters aren't hiding under your bed. They're hiding inside people you already know.